Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today as I give an update on First Majestic. I'll be making some forward-looking statements with the updates that we've done in the last few months. Before getting into the business, as a silver company, it's hard not to touch on silver. There's been few presentations today touching on it, so I'm not going to spend too much time. But the graph right here is, self-explanatory. Supply has been pretty flat for the last number of years, yet demand is growing, and we've had consecutive years of deficit. And with everything that we want to achieve in the next decades to come, we're going to need a lot more silver, and there's simply just not enough supply hitting the market. Another key takeaway from this slide is the top right. Everyone talks about the ratio, the price ratio of gold to silver, currently sitting at 90 to 1, yet we're mining 7 to 1. So for every 1 ounce of gold, we're mining only 7 ounces of silver. So when you hear statements like triple-digit silver, that's where the logic comes from. First Majestic, we just celebrated our 20th year of operation. We have 4 underground producing mines in Mexico, and we're blessed with a significant land package surrounding those assets. We've made a number of discoveries over time. And we're proud to be the only mining company that owns and operates its own mint. So this is our own silver that comes from Mexico, and it gets refined and essentially minted in Las Vegas. I'll touch on those in a bit more detail in the few slides to come. From a sustainability stance, we have a number of CSR programs. We've always looked at the community as a partner with us. We have a number of programs that are designed to cater and tailor to the community's needs, whether it's water management systems, irrigation systems, farms that we donate to the community. We haven't really changed how we address this, but we have improved our reporting structure in the last couple of years. And you see this is reflected in our scores improving with some of the groups that follow us. You got Sustainalytics and S&P really putting us in the top of our peers when it comes to our ESG score. So that's something we're very proud of, and we're quite looking forward to continue improving. Okay, so very exciting stuff. In September, we announced the acquisition of Gatos Silver, and I'm very proud and happy to say that we did close this transaction last week. It's been a very competitive process, and we're very happy to have Gatos in our portfolio. It's an all-stock transaction, and we're obviously welcoming and gaining a number of exciting shareholders from Gatos to the First Majestic registry. Notably, the Electrum Group, led by Tom Kaplan, will be our largest shareholder, owning just under 12% of First Majestic. So why Gatos? This is the real deal. We're not just buying an asset, we're buying a district. This is what we deem a world-class district by all measures. It comes with a significant land package, over 103,000 hectares, almost a brand new mine, cash flowing, low cost, and it's in Mexico. As I said, we've been in Mexico for over 20 years. We know this, it's in our backyard. So there's going to be a lot of synergies coming from this transaction, and we'll be discussing this in the next couple of quarters, sharing our plans with the market. So look for updates on this. To give you an idea of where First Majestic's asset rank, this graph shows a list of the top 11 primary silver deposits globally. And the 3 boxes here represent the 3 districts that First Majestic has. So you see Cerro Los Gatos, you got San Dimas, and Santa Elena. So very exciting and unique position for a company like First Majestic to have all those districts within the same umbrella. What Gatos does to First Majestic, this is just a few of the KPIs that we track. The number one is it does improve our purity. We're back up to 50% or more from our revenue coming from silver, and that puts us a leading company amongst our peers. Improving our cash flow, which is obviously very key, and taking our production from about 22 million silver equivalent ounces to about 32 million silver equivalent ounces, half of which will be silver, about 35% will be gold, and the balance will be lead and zinc. This map shows our assets in Mexico, and you see how the proximity of all the assets, they're all sitting in adjacent states. So you got Santa Elena in Sonora, you got Los Gatos in Chihuahua, you have San Dimas in Durango, and you have La Encantada in Coahuila. They're all neighboring states, so that really enables us to utilize more synergies, whether it's centralized procurement, moving people or equipment between the operation is quite easier. And these are the most friendly states in Mexico, very pro-mining, and we're excited to be operating there. I've talked about gatos. An important one is this picture you see right there. This is one of the most modern mills that we've seen in Mexico. We've scouted the country, we've scouted the planets, always looking for assets. And Dale and the team have done a fantastic job building this operation and bringing it to what it is. The mine produced in 2024 15.6 million ounces of silver equivalent ounces, about 60% of which is silver, and the balance is lead and zinc. Now, it's important to note that's at a 100% basis. This is a joint venture, so First Majestic is acquiring 70% interest in this asset. The 30% is owned by Dowa Metals and Mining, which is a partner out of Japan. They've been involved from the start and have been a fantastic partner. We're looking to build the relationship and share the future of growing this assets for the next decade or so to go. Santa Elena. So Santa Elena has been the bright spot in our portfolio. We've added this mine in 2015, and at the time of acquisition, the mine was producing about 2.5 million ounces of silver equivalent. Last year, we had another record year of producing 10.3 million ounces of silver equivalent, so more than quadrupling the size of operation since we've owned it. It's been a recipient of a number of innovation projects that's really enabled us to hit record throughput, record recoveries, and ultimately record production. It's 100% doré, it's about 70% gold, 30% silver. And this is what we mean by a district. This is really, we look at Gatos very similarly to how we look at Santa Elena. This is 102,000 hectares. Gatos comes with 103,000 hectares. All the colored boxes here represent the concessions that we own and control. We've made a number of discoveries, so this is what gets us excited about districts. You're not just buying what's on paper right now, you're buying future production for decades to come. And we've proven that with Santa Elena. San Dimas has been, I think a lot of people are aware of San Dimas, one of the most important underground assets in Durango. Very mature district. It's been operating and producing for over 250 years. We've added San Dimas to the portfolio in 2018, 100% doré as well. It's a 50-50 gold silver. This mine typically will produce around 13 to 14 million silver equivalent ounces. The last couple of years have been a little bit lower as the mine is transitioning from wide vein, high grade areas, supplemented by narrower vein. We do expect to get back to those tier 1 veins in the near future. We've had exciting exploration results that we've put out a few months ago, and we'll be putting additional updates in the next couple of weeks. So look for updates for this. And La Encantada is our smallest mine. We've had it in the portfolio since 2005. It did have some operational issues over the last 18 months where basically we lost 1/3 of the water, and that curtailed production and really elevated cost. Happy to say that as of Q4, we're back to 100% budgeted rates. So you look at Q4, production is up 40% compared to the previous quarter. So now we're back at normal rates. And, we'll be, as a general statement, we'll be putting out a 2025 guidance in the next couple of weeks. We'll show our production and cost consolidated and mine by mine. And lastly, our exciting part of the business, we've opened our own mint. First Majestic has been selling its bullion directly over the last, since 2008. But what we realized in the last couple of years is, supply has been limited. We've been using third-party mints, and they've just simply not been able to provide us with the demand that we're getting. So we decided to go full vertical integration, open a state-of-the-art facility in Las Vegas. Happy to say that we're actually currently in booth 200 selling some of those products. So if you guys want to stop by, check it out. But with this, it's really enabling us to capture additional margin compared to the spot market. And it's a fun way of giving back and differentiating First Majestic from the rest. And with that, that's our, that concludes my presentation. Like I said, we're in booth 200. If you want marketing material or questions that I might not be able to answer, come on by.